Welcome Endurance Matters athletes. This video will go over your post-run strength and mobility routine. For short, we'll call this SAM number 2. This is the second in a series of 3 bodyweight-oriented strength and mobility routines you can progress through. Every athlete I coach performs some type of strength and mobility routine after every run. While running is the best way to improve at running, we also need to stay healthy, and strength training is a simple thing you can do for injury prevention. SAM number 2 will take you less than 10 minutes after your runs and ultimately keep you on the run. So let's get started with this follow along SAM routine. This first exercise is the prone plank. To start, place your forearms on the ground and get a little calf stretch as you bridge your body into a plank. I count my planks not in time, but in breaths. We breathe while we run, so let's breathe with our strength exercises for running. So take a full deep breath through your nose and try to expand your back with that breath. As you exhale, push all the air out by contracting your abs. Get all the air out you can. That is one breath. You should feel your abs engaged and maybe feel a little calf stretch. For our second exercise, feel free to rest in transition, or if you're feeling strong and confident, keep your body bridged as you transition into the side plank. For the side plank, lift your side onto one forearm, but don't stack your feet. Rather, place your top foot forward. Once in position, you should feel your obliques doing a lot of the work, as well as a little bit of inner thigh from that top leg. Follow the same breathing technique from the prone plank. Inhale through your nose, expand your back, then exhale, squeezing your abs. You'll maybe feel that oblique engage more with each exhale. Perform 5 to 10 full breaths on each side. Take a break in transition if you need to. And you can feel free to place your arms in any place that's comfortable, up in the air, on your hip, or by your head. Another good cue for these side planks is to remember to rainbow your hips. Keep those hips high in the air, don't let them drop. Next up are dead bugs. So you've done these in SAM 1, and basically you need to really find that good core position. Make sure that back is flat on the ground as you lift one leg up at a time to 90 degrees. And then you can either leave your arms above your chest or off to the sides. And then you're going to extend one leg and the opposite arm. Remember, don't extend those legs too low so that your back comes off the ground. We want to maintain that flat back. With each extension, you do a full breath and then switch. Do a full breath and then switch. Okay, so that's the alternating portion of your dead bugs, and this is going to be really hard to maintain that good core position, but that's the point. Then after those reps, new to SAM 2 is you're going to extend both your legs and your arms, maintaining that good core position, belly button towards your spine, and hold it for 3 to 5 breaths. This will be pretty challenging, but try not to let that lower back arch at all and keep that back flat. So those are dead bugs. Before we move into the side lying exercises, I want to explain the concept of the tail tuck. So here I'll give you a side profile view. Without the tail tuck, you can see my back is slightly arched, and watch that pelvis. We're going to rotate it so that if I were to have a tail and pulled it between my legs, I would pull my tail down. So that's the tail tuck position, and you're going to want to do that for all these side lying things. Another good cue for that is to bring your ribs down towards your belt buckle. We start these side lying exercises with a familiar one, the reverse clam. So keep those knees together and you're raising that foot up off the ground. Again, you should be feeling this in your back pocket, be able to balance a glass of water on your hip, and keep that core nice and engaged with that tail tuck and mouse hole. Next up is a new type of clam called the air clam. So you're gonna use that reverse clam and then bring your bottom foot up to that foot. Hold that position and clam from there by separating your knees but keeping your feet together. All the while, you should still be able to balance that glass of water on your hip, keep that core engaged. Again, remember these are core exercises, and maintain that tail tuck. We have another new side lying exercise called the straight leg rainbows. So straighten both of your legs, engage that core and that tail tuck, and then raise your top leg so it's parallel with the ground. And you're just going to bring that toe forward to touch the ground and your heel back to touch the ground over top of or rainbowing over your bottom leg. You should still be able to balance a glass of water on your hip doing this, as well as maintain that tail tuck and core in the middle there. The fourth side lying exercise in SAM 2 is the side lying leg cycle. So basically bring your knee up as high as you can while maintaining that tail tuck, and keep that whole leg parallel to the ground. And then as you reach back, you extend your heel back, feel that glute and hamstring. All the while you should be able to maintain that glass of water. It may be rotating, but you still wouldn't spill it. And then again, keeping that tail tuck and core engaged. Since this is a follow along video, I will do these in a different profile here so you can see everything looking down and how straight my shoulders, hips, and feet are in line with each other. And you can just see each of these 4 side lying exercises from a different point of view. Hopefully this is helpful for you. And finally, we return to tabletop position. So firmly place your hands on the ground, engage that core by breathing into your back, exhale, bring that belly button to your spine. And then bird dogs are essentially the same thing as donkey kicks, but we're bringing that elbow to our knee and breathing in. Exhale as we extend our legs and arm away from our body. Careful not to overextend your back. That's not the purpose of this. You should really be focusing on that core, keeping that belly button close to your spine. And then the breathing component is really helpful. This feels really good after a run. So focus on that breathing component, and we'll show you from another side here while we do the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale. So that's how bird dogs go, and this is a wonderful post-run exercise in the tabletop position. These last exercises in tabletop position are the same from SAM number 1. So again, having that same core maintenance, belly button towards your spine, and have that tail tuck. We do fire hydrants, which is simply bringing that knee directly out to the side. The important thing here is to make sure that those hips stay square with the ground. You'll get a better picture of that in this view here where my head's towards the camera. You see my hips are not rocking side to side, it's all leg movement. So those are the fire hydrants. And lastly, of course, our knee circles. We're going to do this forward and back. Pretend there's a little hurdle just out to your side that you're bringing your knee down, out, and around as you do those forward knee circles, and then up, around, and back, doing those back knee circles. So again, main things, keep those hips square to the ground. Maintain that core, belly button towards your spine. Again, these are core exercises where we're trying to stabilize our core connecting to our pelvis while we have limbs moving, which is what we do when we run. And there you have it. That was SAM number 2, and it took less than 10 minutes to show you this routine. This is one of 3 bodyweight oriented routines I created that remain under 10 minutes. If you have a busy schedule and have to decide between 10 minutes of running or SAM, I choose the SAM to stay healthy and strong for the next run. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or constructive criticisms. And if you're new to my channel and looking for a private running coach, check out my website in the description below.